I'm excited. A lot of things would have to fall in my favor to win, just as anyone else. I want to make sure that I go into that event with every controllable that I can, I can muster, just have everything aced. So I still want it just as badly, and I try to really have a short-term memory when it comes to events. I know that I've had a lot of success there, so that I feel like I can handle it. I know that I have the confidence and the skill set and the ability to do well at the World Championships. So if anything, it just motivates me more to get the job done. Of course, anytime you get that close and don't win, you can think back and find critical moments that could have flipped the match in a different direction, or just change things a little bit. I know that in my career I've had a lot of success, but I've had a lot of third place victories. I feel like a lot of times I've gotten to the semifinal and allowed myself to take the foot off the gas a little bit, like, all right, I've made it into the medal matches, and kind of had an adrenaline dump before I needed to. So I feel like a lot of times I've let up just a little bit, and then obviously gone into the bronze match, gotten excited, and done what I needed to do. So that's one thing that I've worked on recently, is definitely keeping that pedal down, staying focused. And indoor season, it definitely worked in the matches. I was able to keep everything down, qualify in Rome, do the same in Nîmes as well, and going into the first Outdoor World Cup, I made it into the gold final. So I need to keep putting myself in contention, in position to do well, and I think things are going to work out favorably. I noticed that it's really tough to reflect and look back on your successes and find weakness in yourself, because we all train so hard for this. We like to think that we're giving it our all the way, or when you miss a point in a match in the last end, it's so easy to say, oh well, it was my last arrow, but I would have missed it anytime. It wasn't because it was my last arrow I made a bad shot. It's so easy to kind of push those fears aside, or push those worries away, and just say, oh, it just happened. But to actually dig deep and realize, this is a weakness of mine, I need to address it, I need to get better. It was definitely an eye-opening moment for me to realize that I was losing focus in that situation, and something needed to change.
So what have you changed? What are you doing differently?
Right, I've definitely stayed more aware of my emotions during matches. I've always not been the greatest opening match shooter. I feel like the first match I've got a lot of nerves. I feel like a lot of times I'm in a situation where I should win because of just seedings or rankings. I feel like I'm in a position where I have more to lose. So the first match is kind of nerve-wracking for me in that regard, whereas I want to come out, I want to shoot well, but I'm afraid of losing. Once I get through that and I'm in the top 16, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like, if I come in 9th, it's really not that big a deal. So I'm able to relax, I'm able to focus more on my shot technique and everything, and things roll a lot more smoothly. And again, when I get to the 8s, I'm like, all right, just one more match and I'm in. If I'm in the show, like, that's what I want. And I'm normally able to just get there. And in the past, I've been in situations where once I get to that final 4, it's kind of like, all right, job done. Yeah. Let me just shoot. And that release of adrenaline, that dump, is enough to go from like the 148.5 level to 147, and everybody who's there is a good shooter. You don't make the final 4 by mistake. Yeah. So by losing that 1.5 off my average, I was losing instead of winning, and then going to the bronze match, and then obviously getting hyped up and ready to go and back to my normal level. Right, and nobody wants 4th, so I think a lot of times you see the score in the bronze match a little higher. Oh, yeah. Right. So it was something that I needed to work mentally more than technically, and just stay focused, stay in it, and stay aggressive.